Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our Week 5 match in the PPL, the Pokemon Premier League. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steel Wings. We are taking on Nova and the Bermuda Kecleons. Really looking forward to this matchup, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys are, leave a like. If you enjoy Draft League content, subscribe. We got plenty of competitive Pokemon content coming your way. There will be some text floating somewhere on screen in post-production if you guys want to hop right on ahead of the battle. Always recommend you guys watch the Teambuilder so you guys know what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. We got a fun 6 this week, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Definitely check out Nova's channel. Link will be in the description as always, alongside the rest of the coaches. Definitely go show them some love. Fill up the weekend with some Pokemon Draft League. What better way to spend it? All I'm saying, it's pretty hot out. You can enjoy some Draft League content today. I will allow it. Don't forget, code CBAD, 10% off your advanced order. Link is in the description down below. Enough talk. You guys are going to start to see some teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent's got a team that consists of Single Striker, Shifu, Galarian, Slowking, Iron Boulder, Tinkaton, Sandy Shocks, Glastrier, Bramblegast, Feraligatr, Ambipom, Hisuian Typhlosion, Mandibuzz, and Vikavolt. Something to note about his team is that they have Sandy Shocks and Glastrier are the Terra captains. They actually made great use of their points. They don't have any, like, Teehee 0-pointers like a lot of the coaches have, so I really respect them for utilizing the full draft pool to the extent that they can. As far as hazards go, plenty of opportunity for hazards across the board. Spikes, rockers, webs, and toxic spikes. Double forms of removal in Mandibuzz and Bramblegast. So let's go ahead and start breaking it down. First up, we have dedicated lead Tide Reaver, the Hisuian Samurott. He's holding his Focus Sash with the Sharpness ability. Ceaseless Edge, Taunt, Razor Shell, and Sucker Punch. We have max investment in attack with an Adamant Nature, 56 EVs in defense, 200 EVs in speed. 252 in attack with the Adamant Nature just to give us the most maximum damage output on things like Ceaseless Edge, Razor Shell, and Sucker Punch. Taunt is nice for some of the slower Pokemon, things like Vikavolt. If it is a lead, being able to go for a Taunt could be pretty nice. Being able to taunt something like a slower Tinkaton, a slower Glastrier. The overall speed EVs that we are looking into, that is for an Adamant Feraligatr in order to outpace that by 1 point. Jolly Feraligatr is going to outspeed us, but like an Adamant Swords Dance or an Adamant Dragon Dance set prior to setup, we're able to outspeed that and get some good damage off with something like Ceaseless Edge. Sucker Punch, great priority into some of the faster bonds like Iron Boulder. Ceaseless Edge being able to do great damage in things like the Galarian Slowking. Taunt is also nice for things like the Mandibuzz as well, if we want to prevent a Defog, prevent a Toxic, a Roost, anything along those lines. And then Sharpness Boost, Razor Shell, just going a little crazy. The priority that they can bring is completely physical, so any additional EVs are just going to get pumped into defense to help us take that surprise hit just a little bit better. Next up, we are bringing Voidworm, the Dragapult. Now, they're holding their Castleberry with the Clear Body ability. We have Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, Dragon Pulse, and U-Turn. 132 EVs in HP, 132 in special attack, 244 in speed with the Timid Nature. With the 244 in speed with the Timid Nature, we are outspeeding +1 Adamant Bramblegast. The Castleberry and the HP investment allow us to live the Shadow Sneak from full, which is great because max attack Bramblegast really hits like a truck. Will-O-Wisp is great for burning things like Boulder, like Ambipom, like your Shifu, like Tinkaton, like Bramblegast, Mandibuzz, Feraligatr, Glastrier. Lots of physical threats that we can click Will-O-Wisp on. Dragon Pulse, Dragon and Ground type really go unchecked into their team, the right combination of those. So Dragon Pulse felt really nice going into this, just neutral across the board. Once Tinkaton goes down, we're able to just drop Dragon Pulse after Dragon Pulse. U-Turn is able to get us out of there in a pinch if we so need to. Next up, we are running Red Fang the Scissor. Now he's holding his Citrus Berry, the Technician ability. We have Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, and Knockoff. Max HP investment, 16 in defense, 88 in special defense, 152 in speed. No investment in attack with an Adamant Nature, actually. So after a Swords Dance, +2 Bullet Punch is doing a lot of damage to things like the Iron Boulder, things like the Glastrier, doing neutral damage to things like the Tinkaton. U-Turn, great damage, great nice pivot for us in order to hop on out of there if we so need to. Knockoff, always great for removing items. This helps out with the Iron Boulder just a little bit, provided it's not also a setup set. We do have enough speed for a max speed Timid Vikavolt. Scissor unfortunately lost access to Roost this generation, so we want to make sure that we can get out of there before the Thunderbolt, so just enough to outpace that. We're outpacing a lot of the slower mons, the Glastriers, the Galarian Slowkings, uninvested Mandibuzz, things along those lines as well. Next up, a little bit of some Scarf offense here. We've got Frostbringer, the Mamoswine. He's holding his Choice Scarf with the Thick Fat ability. Earthquake, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and Knockoff. We have max attack investment with an Adamant Nature, 16 EVs in HP, 240 in speed. 240 in speed is going to bring us to 256, so that is going to be a +1 Adamant Feraligatr, as well as the rest of the team down below. Going to bring us to 382 conveniently. That is going to be 1 point above the Iron Boulder there, which is great. Earthquake, again, like I said, ground and dragon type really just goes very strongly into this team, so being able to pick a lot of things off of the Earthquake would be nice. Icicle Crash is good, super effective damage into things like Bramblegast and almost said for Alligator and Mandibuzz. Ice Shard, if anything does get out of control, if there is like just a Dragon Dancing, or Rapid Spinning Bramblegast or what have you, Ice Shard is good for some last ditch priority if we do need it. Knockoff is great for the removing the items. Next up, one of our 2 Terra Captains this week, we've got Rockcore the Hydrapple. He's holding his Dragon Fang with the Regenerator ability. We have Fickle Beam, Recover, Nasty Plot, and Earth Power. Max investment in HP, 40 EVs in defense, 20 in special attack, 196 in special defense with a modest nature. We're running Terra Ground, so the Dragon Fang is going to be boosting the Fickle Beam. The Terra Ground is going to be boosting the Earth Power. You can already see the vision. Like I said, the 2 coverages just kind of go nuts into the team here. Great bulk this week. We're able to take a lot of hits from a lot of Pokemon on here without a +2 boost from Nasty Plot. We're doing some good chunk and chip damage across the board. We're able to take some hits from things like the Typhlosion, from things like the Feraligatr prior to terrestrialization, from things like the Iron Boulder. We're then able to turn around and dish out some big damage in return. Last but certainly not least, Lifebinder the Aloma Mola. She's holding her Rocky Helmet with the Regenerator ability. Running Terra Fairy just in case. This is my best answer for an Urshifu single strike, quite honestly. Being able to just resist the dark hits and the fighting hits and just give it some chip damage back with the Rocky Helmet. Scald, Flip Turn, Wish Protect. 252 EVs in HP, 56 in defense, 200 in special defense with a Calm Nature. Really just to help us take a little bit of those physical hits from Urshifu single strike just a little bit better. And then the rest of that is posted into special defense just to be able to take some hits from things like Hisui and Typhlosion. That Pokemon, even on a resisted hit, can spiral out of control very, very quickly. So that is going to be the team. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys at the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with week number 5 in the PPL. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steelwings. We're taking on Nova. If you guys missed the team builder, you guys see the 6 that I am bringing on screen. Leave a like if you're excited, subscribe for more Pokemon Draft League content, and I'll see you guys at Team Preview. All right, let's see what they are bringing. We already know they got both Terra Captains, Sandy Shocks, and Glastrier. So we see the Slowking, no form of hazard removal. Makes me feel happy to click Ceaseless Edge right off rip. The Typhlosion coming is a little annoying. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did not expect the Typhlosion to come. So we're gonna have to see about that. But we know we got the game plan right off rip. Scarf Mamo kind of goes in a little bit. I need damage on Glastrier. That's for sure. That's for sure needing to happen. No Iron Boulder either. Makes me feel like Scissors a little bit of a weak bring, honestly. Maybe late game, some Swords Dance shenanigans could do something. Actually, I don't hate it. I don't hate it to maybe deter out the Glastrier. It obviously invites in the Typhlosion and the Feraligatr to an extent. But I don't hate it. I definitely liked it more for deterring Iron Boulder, but no Iron Boulder is no Tinkaton either. Okay. So we're pretty free. I mean, other than Terra Glass, I think it may have to like hard commit to Terra Glass just to avoid the overall like dragon pressure that I can apply with Dragapult and with Hydrapple. Also, we are playing on the Switch 2. If you're noticing it look extra crispy, that is for a reason here. We're just gonna get a spike up. Little Ceaseless Edge never hurt nobody. Brings me down to about 71. That's Life Orb. All right, that's what that tells me. Okay. All right, easy enough. That's gonna let me know that right out of the gate. Perfect. Let me turn down the audio of my headphones just a little bit. Feraligatr comes out. Okay. Feraligator's not gonna appreciate this. Feraligator's definitely not gonna appreciate this. Am I in the red? I'm in the red. Okay. Rocky Helmet. Okay. I mean, I'm going to try to get another one up. Yeah, if I die to Helmet, so be it, right? Simrod dies to the Gator Helmet. That's okay. Goes for Flip Turn. All right, bet. Okay. Could be a good opportunity for Aloe to get in Terra. With it being Life Orb Urshifu and the spikes up, though, I kind of want to hold that. So I think let's just bring in Dragapult. Let's just bring in Dragapult because Dragon Pulse looks pretty free into the team. Withdraws. Okay. Goes down to the Slow King. Okay. Take a little bit of... Did you not take... Are you Boots? You are Boots. Okay. Okay. I mean, Shadow Ball's doing a clean amount of damage to this thing. Shadow Ball is doing a clean amount of damage to the thing. Also, no Mandibuzz makes me feel very nice about... makes me feel very nice about, like, a Scarf EQ cleanup late game. If we can force Terra on Glastrier... Especially since we've already seen Feraligatr is more offensive. Good damage, good chip, good yip. Toxic. Okay. Okay. That's fine. They are not in range of another Shadow Ball, so I feel like a chilly reception is pretty easy on their end. I'll just U-turn out of here for some more damage. They go Gator for, like, the helmet chip? Okay, they don't. All right, that's fine. Things that I don't want to get Toxic for 500 on the double, I'll have to go Scissor here, because I'm not trying, like, if they go for the double Toxic, I'm not trying to let Aloe get that. It's chilly. Okay. Okay. His Hisuian Typhlosion probably has the Frisk. Coming out of here. The defense boost on Glastrier is pretty cool, but this invites in Typhlosion every... Yeah. Yeah, this invites in Typhlosion every time. Okay, so my best bet right now... Aloe? Has to be Aloe, right? Has to be Aloe, right? Like, that's kind of telegraphed. That's kind of telegraphed, right? Like, Shadow Ball's gonna hurt. Oh, they actually swapped too. Okay. What are they gonna catch? Sandy Shocks? Not bad. Not bad. No boots on Shocks either. Good double, though. Good double. Everything but a modest Thunderbolt I live. And even then, modest Thunderbolt has a 50% chance to KO me. I'm going to be aggressive and try to get a flip turn up here as they go for Stealth Rocks. Yep. Okay, that's fine. They get a little bit of chip. I get a little bit of chip. Tomato, tomato. Yep. We'll take that. And I think this allows Hydrapple to come in pretty freely. If you Terra bug me, though. It does a fair amount, actually. I won't lie to you. I will not lie to you. I couldn't do that to you. Not to you guys. Ice move with Mamo feels pretty free, actually. Like, going for a Scarf Crash here. I force damage on a lot of stuff. If they Terra... It's like, what would they switch in here? Probably sack the Gator, if anything, keeping this around. Oh, they're just going to let me have it. Mamoswine KOs Sandy with Crash. All right, cool. So that means they have to Terra on Glass, if they so choose to. Which, again, good for Scissor in the back, if I can get Typhlosion out of here. Here comes the Glass. And that's super fine. You're going to get hurt by the spikes. I will go out into Scissor here. Scissor's my best check into this. Which, like, after rocks... After rocks, close combat should be able to do... We should be able to leave that, eat that with a citrus berry after rocks. Take a little bit of Rockies. There's the close combat. Is that about 49? Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, and your defense buff is no longer here. I'm gonna knock off your item. I don't think you stay in. Yeah, I think you maybe sack Gator here. To spikes and knock. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess the good news is that, like, Bullet Punch still knocks you out right here. Yeah. Right? You're thick. Okay, Scissor KOs Gator with BP. All right, Gator's gone. That's a thick boy. Typhlosion comes out now, right? I need to keep Scissor around for the Glastrier. Probably. Scarf Typhlosion. Scarf Hisuian Typhlosion is what my money's on right now. Way he's playing it. Because, like, how else do you outpace Dragapult at the end of the day, right? Like, reliably? Like, you've got your Sucker Punch on Urshifu, I'm sure. Bullet Punch to this. Oh, that's a +2. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. Ho ho ho. I never want to take a hit from this thing. But I think I can get somewhere with Dragapult later game. So I got some more chip on this between Life Orb and... Ooh. And the Wicked Blow. That's going to knock me out. Yep. Urshifu KOs his with Wicked Blow. Okay, yep, you're going to take a little bit more Life Orb. That's fine. Are you in Ice Shard range yet? You in Ice Shard range yet? 21 to 24. I missed how much he was at. I don't think it was. I think it was still in the yellow. So let's go Aloe and we'll flip turn. Because if he attacks me, he takes the helmet. Yeah, let's flip turn here. We're getting closer. Good damage. You're going to take helmet into... Oh, was that it? That was it. All right, Urshifu dies to its own. Life Orb recoil. Okay. So, Scarf Typhlosion in the back, still. Assumingly Scarf Typhlosion, right? Assumingly Scarf. Let's see what we got. Don't forget what we're waiting to see what we got. Code CBAD, advanced.gg. If I win, you got to use it. Comment section down below. There'll be a link. Of course, caffeinated products, 18 and up. Consult a parent or guardian if you're under. Hydration products, banger. We got some peach mango today, boys and girls. Goddamn. Love it. Okay, where am I sitting? I'm at 32%. I'm at 32%. I'm clicking wish. You knocked me out, your specs. Yep. Called it. Absolutely. All right, confirmed. We're going to get wished back up here. Oh, nope, I hit the protect again. Shit. I threw. Buttery 60 frames per second. Didn't work for me here. No spit F trap either. Okay. Oh. I think we got to go on Hydrapple now. Yeah, Hydrapple's fine. 28 to 33 to this thing. We can knock it back out with an Earth Power afterwards. Yeah. Let me go for an Earth Power, get some chip. 2 out of 3 mons are weak to Earth Power. We got the Glastrier back there. I think we still got all the tools we need to make something happen. Stays in with the Shadow Ball. Okay. Oh, so close. So close. And the Spit F drop. This is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. Let's go Mamo, pick it off with an Ice Shard. I gotta keep Hydrapple around. I gotta keep both my Terras around right now. We'll take 25% from rocks. It's fine. Shadow Ball should not knock us out. Almost. Almost does. All right, Mamo picks up the KO with Ice Shard. Probably would have had a much cleaner encounter if I didn't Fat Finger and accidentally click Protect again. Glastrier comes in now. And I think I got to go into... Probably... how do I prevent setup on you? That's the question here. Let's go Aloe for 1 hit. Because I don't want this thing to go for like a curse in front of Ice Shard Mamo and just get it for free. There's the Terra. We're sitting okay with Aloe. We can take a close combat. Terra Blast Fairy. Okay. What's down to 13? I don't like that, actually. However, you should not ever be able to be faster than me. So we'll sack the Mamoswine here. Get a little bit of recovery back with this. Glastrier KOs Mamoswine with Terra Blast. Okay. So Dragapult in front of Glastrier. There's Chilling Naboost. That's what I don't want to have happen right now, right? Because, yeah, now I can't. Ooh, now I can't. Okay. Let's go Dragapult. Get a little bit. Try to get a Will-O-Wisp off, I guess. What's going to be better for me? I don't live this hit regardless, but I can at least get a Will-O-Wisp off, or I can try to get Shadow Ball damage off. I guess what's better for me in the end game? Probably burning this. It's Terrablast. All right, you're going to knock me out unless you're not hyper offensive. Yep. I don't know if that mattered. It shouldn't have. He's +1, but he's burned. So, like, you had to have not been max for that. All right, so Aloe against +2 Burnt Glastrier. I'm at, where am I at? 191. With rocks up. As a guaranteed Oko after rocks damage. Again, assuming that he's max attack adamant, it is. So let's go for a protect, get a little bit of burn damage. I'm at 125 HP. If you're not max attack adamant. Ooh. If I go Terra Fairy, that does nothing. Let's get a little bit of burn damage with this. We'll go for a little burn damage. We'll get a little bit of scald damage on it. And then I think it has to be up to Hydrapple. Getting like a big crit on Earth Power. Because then we have to 1v1 the Slowking. Yeah. So we'll put you under half. We'll put you under half here. That did nothing. Oh my god. That's gross. Are you AV? I don't feel like I was 10%. I don't feel like I was 10%. All right. Hydrapple. 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 Where am I at? 164? I'm at 39. I tear to ground. So here's the thing. Is that I win the Battle of Attrition with Recover if they're not locked in. They haven't gone for anything different, though. Like, they haven't gone for close combat. Earth Power is doing 31 to 36. I think I have to Terra Ground and Recover because I'm faster. Yep, we'll get a Recover off here. Now, if they're not locked in, or if they're max, or they just hit an Icicle Crash, that's it. There's Facade. Ooh, okay. That's crazy tech. That's crazy tech. GG. So was that like AV? It was like AV. That was some awesome tech. Oh my god. So that was like assumingly like AV, I think, from the skull damage with the tech Facade for when I burn it with Urshifu. Oh yeah, so that was AV. There was no world. There was no world then where I ended up what is that? Assault Vest. Yeah, 20 to 24% after that. So that's gonna be game. GG's to Nova. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed that one. I think he played that really well to get Glastrier in for the end game there. You know, I don't know what's going on with like my double hitting moves, but like the double click on Protect was not intentional, so I don't know if that's just like nerves getting the better of me or what that is there, but we obviously had a little bit of a better positioning there with our Regenerator core if I didn't let Alomomola take the unnecessary Shadow Ball, and then to get the extra damage on Mamo with the Ice Shard and stuff like that. So GG's to Nova, though. Well played. Love the team. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, definitely leave a like, subscribe for more Pokemon Draft League content. Don't forget, I didn't win, so that means you got to use code CBAD twice at advanced.gg. 18 and up, caffeinated products. Hydration products, though, no caffeine, absolute bangers. Check them out. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great, do great, and I'll see you guys next week for game day. Later.